Today we're going to be talking about why the paleo diet is the best diet for testosterone production. But before we get into that, you need some background context on what the paleo diet is and what conditions need to be met for testosterone to be produced optimally. The two objectives of all living organisms are to first survive and then reproduce, because of course a dead organism cannot reproduce. Now in human beings, survival isn't just a binary. We're not just dead or alive. There's also a sliding scale or a spectrum of how well we are thriving. And the healthier you are mentally and physically, the better you thrive. Testosterone is essentially an indicator for how healthy a man is. This is reflected by the fact that things that are bad for your health detract from your testosterone levels. If you're chronically stressed, and you have elevated cortisol, your testosterone goes down. If you are obese, your testosterone goes down. If you're an alcoholic, your testosterone goes down. So think of testosterone as a snapshot of how well you are surviving. If you are unhealthy and not thriving very well, you will have low testosterone. If you are very healthy and thriving and surviving, your testosterone levels will be high. So remember, the two objectives of all organisms are survival and reproduction. And we've just established that testosterone is an indicator of how well an organism is surviving. Now, the second thing you need to understand is that testosterone drives sperm production. So you need your testosterone levels to be high enough above a certain threshold to produce enough sperm cells to reproduce. So you have testosterone, which shows how well you're surviving, and you need enough testosterone to produce sperm to reproduce. So as you can see here, how well a man is surviving, as evidenced by his testosterone levels, is reflective of how capable he is of reproducing, which is also termed reproductive fitness. We're going to come back to this in a minute, but now I'm going to briefly outline what the paleo diet is. The paleo diet is designed to emulate and mimic the foods that our caveman ancestors would have eaten. So the best way to think about it is to imagine you are a caveman before any modern technology and you're out in the woods. What types of foods would you have access to eat? It would just be basically the plants and animals that are all around you. So that's going to be meats, seafood and fish, fruits, vegetables, nuts, berries, things that grow in the ground, etc. Us human beings have spent about 99% of our evolution eating as hunter-gatherers, meaning all we could have eaten was the foods we could have hunted and killed or gathered. It was only in the past couple thousand years that we've started farming, and only in the past couple hundred years that we've produced factory-made foods. So since human beings have only eaten a hunter-gatherer style diet for almost all of our existence, it makes sense for us to continue eating this way today. And this is called evolutionarily consistent eating. So now I'm going to quickly describe the benefits of evolutionarily consistent eating, and then I'm going to tie it back to how it relates to testosterone levels. The first major benefit is the paleo diet delivers all of the nutrients that your body needs to function optimally. Restrictive diets like keto or carnivore or vegan completely cut out whole food groups that have their own unique nutrients. There are specific nutrients in meats that cannot be found in plants, and there are specific nutrients in plants that cannot be found in meats. Human beings evolved as omnivores, meaning we ate both plants and animals. The paleo diet includes a wide variety of plants and animals to choose from, and within that variety lies all of the nutrients that your body needs. And by nutrients, I'm specifically referring to vitamins and minerals, and also the macronutrients like carbs, fats, and protein. The second primary benefit of the paleo diet is it protects you against most of the harmful toxic additives that are in modern day foods. These are things like seed oils, preservatives, dyes, added sugars, high fructose corn syrup. None of these ingredients existed in nature, and they're extremely deleterious to the health of our bodies. There's a lot of other benefits to the paleo diet when it comes to satiety and metabolism and body composition, but right now we're just focused on general health and testosterone production. So to summarize, on one end, the paleo diet gives your body all the nutrients it needs to perform at its best because it includes a wide variety of plants and animals that humans evolved eating and that our body needs. On the other end, the paleo diet excludes all foods and food items that contain harmful additives that only exist in foods created in modern times. Now, let's connect this back to the story about testosterone. The healthier your body is holistically, the more testosterone it's capable of producing. Only when your body is thriving at max capacity does your body produce the most amount of testosterone it can to help you reproduce. And since the paleo diet gives your body everything it needs to be at optimal health, it thereby sets your body up to produce the most amount of testosterone it possibly can. But if it's also not being contaminated, your body, by harmful additives in modern foods, there's going to be nothing restricting maximal testosterone production. The paleo diet gives your body everything it needs to thrive. It eliminates everything that reduces how well you survive, and therefore it facilitates maximal testosterone production.